Hello everyone, Shri Mataji. Welcome to today's session. Normally I do say that I don't put my video on and we don't do much explanation. Just a quick recap for today's meditation session that we'll be doing is about the Agya, the ego and the super ego that we talk about. So here we always say that the left channel, normally represented as blue because it's the moon channel, it's the dark, the night, going from blue to black. When you're going too much of an imbalance on your left side, and we cross over at the Agya to become the superego. And then on the right side, which is the sun channel, so it's yellow. When you imbalance, it goes red. Like a heated sun. As you get closer to the sun, which is more away from the center, you get hotter and hotter. So that crosses over again and goes into the ego. So that point, of course, where the two cross is our Agya chakra. This is what if you look in Christianity, in the Bible, and a couple of other places, we describe it as the narrow gate through which the Kundalini has to pass. And the gate ends up being narrow, of course, because of these two institutions, the superego and the ego. Now, one of the things to remember, the difference in language when we are talking about in Sahaj, when we say left Agya, it's actually the right side of the head because the left channel comes up, crosses over and goes onto the right side of the brain. So, excuse me. So that's one thing to always be aware of. So when we are doing treatments, when we are doing cleansing or any of the balancing, we say left Agya, it's actually the right side of the brain. And the right Agya is because from the right side, it crosses over and goes on to the left side of the brain. And then, of course, the ego is the ahankar, they call it, which is, again, as I said, on the left side of the temple, the left temple back all the way to the left side of the brain, which, of course, is accumulating because of our futuristic attitude, that I-ness that we get more into futuristic planning, the desire for power, ambitions, all those kind of things that happen. It's kind of like when we talk about, when you're driving a car, like every action has a reaction. So you're driving a car, you get, pollution through the back. So this thing, accumulation here is like that. It's all that pollution created from that overactivity of the right side ends up here as a balloon. So that's your normal head. You can imagine the balloon kind of getting bigger that way and then starting to block the Agya here. The same thing with the superego, because of our memories, conditionings of the past, things that we can't let go of. All those bad experiences sit in the subconscious, and then if you go too much to the left, so from our human subconscious, we get into the collective supraconscious, and here so then that's where extreme, when we're going extreme into the left, it starts to cause problems. So when we are talking about balancing, one of the techniques we're going to learn today is this. Let me turn my video on. Show it. Okay, so one of the techniques we're going to talk is this. So if you have a look on your screen, we're talking about the left Agya, which is on the right side of the head, because it's coming through here and crossing over. We say there's a big balloon here. The right side coming on the right, crossing over to the left, and there's a big brain here. So when we're talking about trying to bring these two institutions down or deflating them, one of the ways we can do is to reduce that pressure up here, is to let that into the water as we are meditating. So the way we would do that is because just the way it goes up and then crosses over, those two. So we get the two institutions, the left agya and the right agya, and then we cross it over, bring that down along the channels all the way into the water. So that's what we'll be doing today in regards to balancing of that agya with the water. So the left and the right, and bringing that down as we say Ham Sham. Just Mother, I forgive myself, I forgive everyone. And I think that should be about it. Yes. So let's put a bandhan on the water. And let's give ourselves a bandhan. Raise our Kundalini first. Put ourselves in a bandhan 7 times. As a rainbow, run for every energy center. Keeping our attention along the hand, along the vibrations as we are feeling those. Now we put our feet in the water. Okay. So just putting both our hands towards Mother Earth, keeping our attention on top of the head. And just paying attention to the vibrations flowing from our hand. Mother Earth, please absorb all the imbalances, all the negativity absorbed through the day. Mother, please cleanse my energy centers. Please establish the balance of the 5 elements, so the essence of the elements is diffused within our chakras and our being. Please establish the balanced state within me. Mother, please bless me with complete integration within my being, my heart, my mind, and my attention, to establish complete satisfaction within myself. Patience and love for myself. Mother, I am the Spirit. Let's work on our left channel. So put our left hand on our lap. Let the right hand stay towards Mother Earth. So here our request is to dissolve all the negativity of the past, of our emotions and our desires. So here we say the mantra for Shri Mahakali to awaken her powers within us so that it can dissipate the negativity of our left side, dissolve all those negative emotions, negative memories. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahakali Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Just not reacting to any emotions, any thoughts or memories of the past, just surrendering them so that Mother Kundalini can bring the balance in our left side subtle system. So Mother Earth can absorb all those negativities to cleanse us, pull us back into the center. Mother, I surrender. We work on our right side, right hand on our lap, left hand towards the ether, palm facing backwards. Mother, let all the negativities, all the imbalances of my right side be dissolved into the ether. With that humility, acknowledging ourselves as the Spirit, accepting the all-pervading power. She is the doer and the enjoyer. We humbly surrender all our desires, all our aspirations, all our future. And here, the deity, we awaken, we worship, we surrender to, or request to have her energy awaken is Shri Mahasaraswati. And also Shri Hanumana, who works as a brake for our overactive right side. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahasaraswati Hanumana Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Attention on your Sahasrara, just watching your hands, watching the movement of vibrations coming in through the right hand, pushing all that negativity, the imbalances out through the left into the ether. Now we keep our attention on the center channel with both our hands in front of us like that. We'll raise the Kundalini from the Muladhara, from the base of the spine, all the way up and over the Sahasrara. So as we do this, we say, Mother, please awaken within me. Please bring my central channel into balance. And once we let that connection of the Kundalini with the cosmic energy happen. Now to help that, we will now get, as we were talking about, the ego and the superego. So we say, Mother, I surrender. I forgive everyone. I forgive myself. As you're saying that, bringing that down, and then all the way down into the water. So raise the Kundalini up, all the way up. And then we surrender the ego and the superego. Mother, please dissolve my ego and superego all the way down, pushing all that negative energy into the water. And we'll just do that a few times until you feel that your agya is cleared out. And say, Ham Sham, I forgive. I forgive everyone. I forgive myself. You should find your thoughts start to settle. You can continue doing that for a little while longer if you feel your thoughts have still not settled, that you're still being bombarded by thoughts. Then, Mother, please dissolve my ego and my superego. Mother, I am the Spirit. And then just stay in meditation for a couple of minutes. After that, just again watching your hands, keeping the attention on the Sahasrara. we'll just wash our feet, get our feet out of the water, put a bandhan on the water and put it aside. Keep our hands across the forehead, attention on the Agya.
Ganesha, though resides in the Mooladhara, gradually evolves to be Christ at this stage. From that red chakra up to this chakra, he becomes Christ. He is the principle. Now, what is the principle? Within us, what is our principle? Is, say, the Kundalini, you can say. In this, the electricity is the principle of this one is. In the same way, the creation, the whole creation, if you take it as such, it is the principle and the support of this creation. He represents the essence of creation. Christ is the essence, is the tattva itself. He is the Omkara, as they call it. He is the first sound that was created, Om, when the primordial father and primordial mother separated. They created this sound. And he is that sound which is filled into all-pervading power and looks after and supports. Actually, it is more the support, because looking after is done by the father, you can say, or by the mother. but is the support of all the universe. And because he is just the essence never dies. Say, my essence is my spirit, it will never die. The body dies, all the creation will die, but the essence has to be there. If the essence is lost, then nothing could be there. That's why he is the most important incarnation, because he is the support. Now this incarnation is placed in this Agya Chakra of ours. Here, in the center, where the optic nerve or optic thalamus cross each other like this, in the center is a very subtle point, which moves both the sides like this and like that. And it creates two sounds, hum, ksham, hum, ksham, hum, ksham. Hum is on the right hand side where you have seen. The superego is there. And ksham is on the left hand side where the ego is. Now these two sounds create two kinds of vibrations. The hum sound creates the vibrations which make you think I am. Hum, I am. This comes from our existence power that we know we have to live in this world. We are not going to die. Any human being who tries to kill himself is abnormal. Normally, every human being, every animal or any living thing tries to retain its life. That is through this power of hum, that I am. The ego on the left-hand side is ksham. But now I'll tell you about the right-hand side, superego. In this superego, when you are conditioned by so many things, then you are frightened and you are worried, because these experiences make you that type of a person which has fear in the mind. And this fear is all settled in your superego. This starts from your amoeba stage, you can say, and it still today is being stored there. You are afraid of police, you are afraid of that, you are afraid of this. Some people are not afraid of these things but are afraid of something else, because whatever have been your conditions, whatever have been your experiences are all put down here. Moreover, say somebody reads the book of Dracula. Now he is afraid of the word Dracula. But the children who do not read, they do not know what is a Dracula is. If you say Dracula has come, they said, all right, let's have a look at him. But those children have read about Dracula, they are literally frightened and they say, oh God, Dracula is coming, something terrible is going to happen. So, you see, whatever you have read, whatever you have gone through, whatever experiences you have had, all is in the superego. So this superego, in that, this center sends message, I am, you are, hum, hum, don't be afraid, you are. So the people who come to me, you have seen some people who come to me are victims of superego conditioning. And these are the people, actually at this stage only you can really discriminate between the two types. One who are very aggressive, the other who are absolutely, we should say, subordinated, frightened. These people, when they come to me, I have seen they go on crying and weeping, mother, this has happened, that has happened, and I really get tired talking to them. And there are so many of this kind that really you have to pay attention to them as Sahaja Yogis, because you will have to deal with them, how to manage them and how to work it out. Now at that time, if a Sahaja Yogi says, now you go on saying hum, 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 hum. A Sahaja Yogi, if he says, then the vibrations will drive out his fear. Even if you are under any fear and you're walking around and you feel that there's frightened, you just say hum, hum, hum. Now, with this saying, the vibrations will clear out this side very nicely. Apart from that, that is the way you can get help from the divine, by saying hum. So today's understanding should be that we all should become collective from inside. We should not grudge or grumble about it, and enjoy the collectivity. But the second side of collectivity is this, that do not try to exploit the collectivity. Otherwise you will be in trouble. Like I've seen some people don't know how to use their bathrooms. When you are collective, you have to be respecting the collectivity of others. By your presence, another person should not by any chance suffer, or should not feel in any way insulted or inconvenienced. So when you are in the collective, it should be such that another person should enjoy your company, enjoy your being there. That is something where there is no problem. But if you are demanding and if you are asking for things and you think no end of yourself, you cannot at all collective by any chance, but you will suffer for that. Automatically you will suffer. If this is realized and understood properly, your agya is solved. Like anger. People always boast, I'm very angry with you. Boast. But just make that anger into forgiveness. And you'll see the person, instead of you getting into problems, he will get into problems. Anger will upset you, but forgiveness will upset him automatically. It's the biggest weapon you have got, is to forgive. And this is shown in Buddha's character throughout. And this will give you self-respect. That you are not disturbed by anything. Like a ship has to be seaworthy. If you put the ship on the sea and if it breaks, what's the use of making a ship? What's the use of a Sahaja who gets disturbed at every moment? You have to be seaworthy. And if you are seaworthy, nothing can disturb you, all right. The elephant is barking and the dogs are barking. All right, let them bark, what does matter? The elephant looks this side like that, sometimes takes some water and blesses them with water. All right, quieten down, so that your head will be cooled down. That will give you self-esteem, and you will know what you are much higher than others. And this is what is how to get rid of your ego, which is a very, very big problem according to you people. But then how to get rid of ego. Ego can be said, you go. When this I-ness goes away, the self rises. What is there to feel hurt? What is there to feel bad? What is there to hurt others? All right, you are cheated. Very good, at least you have not cheated anyone. Be happy about it. But once you are without ego, means you have surrendered yourself. No one can cheat you. Can you understand that? No one can cheat you. Because there is some higher force which is looking after. This is the way we should understand Buddha. This is, we should know our Buddha qualities. This is how our ego can be dissolved. When you say, Mother, we surrender to you, that just means that you give this horrible ego a complete holiday. It means that. That is how this ego disappears. And I think all your just now, ragyas have opened out, most of you, somehow. And then you laugh at everything. You make fun of yourself. Just enjoy everything. May God bless you.
Let's raise our Kundalinis and put ourselves in love.